Hi everybody, and thanks for joining me today. We have 3 boats for our review roundup today. As always, the full reviews breaking down the entire brochure are down below, just in the links underneath this window. If you'd like to be the first to know when all of the latest reviews are up and ready to watch, then go down to the bottom of the page, be the first to know, click on that, leave your name and your email, and we'll send you those quick emails when the latest reviews are ready. So let's get stuck in here. The 3 boats that we have today are in the 75 to 90 foot range. They're all the same style. They're all express cruisers, sort of fast boats, nice for sort of day boats, long weekends, and lots of sunbathing areas. So they're very popular, especially in Europe. So getting stuck in here, our first boat is Lizzie. This one is in south of France. There are some of these same boats available in the US. I wanted to show you this one because it's particularly nice. So she's a 75-foot Lazzara. The new model for this boat is 78. They do 78, 92. I think they do a 64 as well. So this one being 2008 is just a slightly different version of the same model. 75 foot long, as I say, 18.3 or 18 foot 3 inches is the beam, and the maximum draft here, it's a planing hull, which makes them a little shallower, so it's only just over 3.5 foot deep. The speeds that we're talking about here, this is the slowest one out of the 3 that we have today. This is between 24 and 30 knots, depending on sort of whether it's cruising speed or maximum speed. The setup inside, Lazzara, they do 2 sort of different styles of boats. And I think they do this style, which is called the LSX. I think they do this really well. I love the interior layout. I love the design of the sort of interior spaces, the way they lay out the cabins and the social areas. In the 92 LSX, which we'll review at another point, they actually have a sauna and a sort of spa area off the master suite, so it's very cool. This is the slightly smaller version of that. It doesn't have that spa, but it has the same sort of quality layout as the larger boat does. So the asking price on this is just over $3 million. It has 4 staterooms. The sort of social area that they have here is split into 2 levels. They have the main salon, which is this sort of upper deck, and then they have the lower deck, which is sort of centered around the galley. Nice seating area, nice open plan galley, tons and tons of storage, and then you go either fore or aft to the cabins from there. So I really like the Lazzara LSXs. They have a great, it's called an IPS drive. This LSX would be my choice. The IPS drive, if you haven't seen it before, it's actually a separate little joystick that sits next to the regular sort of throttles, the split throttles that you have. And what this joystick does, it gives you a real simple way to control the sort of close quarters maneuvering of the boat. So you have full 360-degree movement of the joystick, and you can also spin the joystick. So rather than having to worry about which engine you put in ahead, which one comes in reverse, and sort of trying to incorporate the bow thruster in with that, this joystick actually does everything for you. So you just point it to where you want it to go, or tell you to the extent that you want it to spin around, and the boat does the thinking and puts you where you want to be. So great for first-time drivers, great for sort of owner operators. Very easy, very intuitive to operate. Runs with 4 engines. Each of those engines drives an individual pod, and this pod is what enables it to be so easily controlled. Rather than the propellers being on a shaft out of the hull, it's actually contained in one pod, and the pod can spin 360 degrees completely. A little bit like the tugboats, they have the same sort of setup. So great boat there. Lazzara LSX is a great boat as far as I'm concerned. Next we have a Mangusta. This is the largest one for today, 92 feet, 21 foot beam. She was built in 2008. The asking price on this is just over $5 million. This is another one that's in south of France, actually Monaco. Now Mangusta is sort of the stereotypical go fast express cruiser boat, is what everyone thinks of when they picture this style of boat, and to a certain degree that that explains the slightly higher price. They are a good boat. It's an Italian boat. They're built in the Overmarine yard. For me personally, I prefer the setup of sort of the Lazzara style boats, but still a great boat, hugely popular over in the Med especially. These are actually jet boats. They're very maneuverable, same as the Lazzara. The way they do this is exactly the same as a jet ski. They have the bucket that comes over the sort of thrust of the water out of the jets, and that gives it, whether the bucket's up or down, gives it a full sort of 360 degree range of where it throws that water jet. So very maneuverable, not as easy as the IPS drive in the Lazzara that we just saw, but still great boats, very fast, 30 to 38 knots, so great speed there. This, as far as the Mangusta range goes, Mach 1 is by far the nicest that I've seen. Mangustas tend to get, in my opinion, a little carried away with the sort of Euro Nikki Beach sort of style, whereas here it's a lot more toned down. They use great complementing colours, nice rich sort of toned wood floors, cream, soft goods. So they've kind of toned it down. It's not as in your face as some of them are. What's nice about this one is they have this huge retractable roof or ceiling panel that comes back and opens this entire main salon area up to the sky. They have huge exterior sun pads. It has a master cabin, full beam aft, a huge cabin. It has it's actually a suite. It has a TV sort of social room off to the side of it. You'll notice that this is only 3 staterooms, and that TV area would be the 4th stateroom, but they've chosen, whoever sort of commissioned the build of this has chosen to have it just as 3 and have that larger master cabin. So great boat. The price, like I say, just over $5 million. So we'll look into that one in the full review as well. Last for today is Monty. This is built by Azimut. It's their Azimut S series. These are actually another boat that, as far as the company is concerned, I think this is their best model that they have out. They do build much larger sort of flybridge style boats, but I think they have a really nice concept for this style. This is built back in 2005, but the 86S is still built almost exactly the same boat is built today. It's the same size, same sort of interior look. It has a really nice sort of classy feel inside. They don't get carried away like the Mangustas do with that real sort of Euro minimalistic sort of everything white look. She's 86 feet, so she's right in the middle of our range today. 20-foot beam, which is a nice beam, sort of in relation to the size of the boat. 4-foot draft, slightly bigger draft. It's because it's a deep V hull rather than a planing hull. All of the Sunseekers in the same style, they're also all deep V hulls. Now this has a great speed, a whopping 35 to 44 knots, depending on whether you're cruising or at maximum speed. So the fastest out of the three that we've seen today. 4 staterooms, has a nice big full beam master with a nice sized bathroom. Has a double, twin, and VIP up forwards. This one is actually in Miami. It's here in South Florida, and there are a couple of these that are around now. The 86S was, like I say, a very popular model for them, so there are quite a few of them out there. This one has been maintained very well by the owner. The owner is actually an ex-Formula One driver, so you know that all of the engineering and mechanics have been greatly maintained on this thing. So a great boat. I'm excited to do the full reviews today. So there we go. Like I said, the full reviews are by now, they'll be up underneath this window. Click on the individual thumbnails for whichever review you want to see, and it'll take you straight to the full review. Now, something that we've just done for the website now is the Yacht pack. So what we do is we bundle together the full PDF brochures of the reviews. We put in there some other information about the boat and sort of create this yacht pack. So they're all created, ready to go for all of the boats that we review on Insider Yachting. So click on the new yacht pack button, enter your email, your name, and the name of the boat that you're interested in seeing, and we'll send that off to you right away. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.